Have you ever wondered why some athletes seem to rise above the rest? Not just in their sport, but in life? Why is it that two players with the same skill set can take completely different paths, one ending up overseas or in the league, the other fading into the background? It's not just talent, it's not just luck. The difference is how they approach the game and everything that comes with it. The preparation, the habits, the way they handle adversity when nobody's watching. When I was coming up, I had the same dream a lot of hoopers have, to go pro. I played college basketball, I played overseas, and now I train athletes who are playing professionally. I've seen what separates those who make it from those who don't. And here's the truth. The ones who make it, the ones who succeed, aren't always the most gifted. They're the ones who learn to love the boring stuff, the frustrating stuff, the reps no one sees. I remember training sessions where all I did was catch the ball, pivot, and pass. Over and over. For 30, 40 minutes straight. It didn't feel like progress, but I didn't stop. And now that I'm on the other side of the game, working with pros, I see it again and again. Mastery lives in the mundane. If you're an athlete watching this, whether your goal is to play professionally or to use basketball as a stepping stone into something even greater, understand this. How you handle the boring work matters more than the highlight reel. The problem is that we live in a world obsessed with results. You scroll through your feed and see Steph Curry draining threes, or Aja Wilson dominating in the paint. What you don't see are the thousands of hours they spent working on things that don't look cool. The early mornings, the missed shots, the doubt, the silence, the discipline. It's easy to fall in love with the outcome, but if you want to be successful, you have to fall in love with the process. You have to become obsessed with the details. Success isn't a moment, it's a mindset. And if you want to build that mindset, it starts with what you do today. Not tomorrow, not next season, not when you feel like it. Today and tomorrow, and every day after that. One concept I always share with athletes I train is what I call the FEE. You have to pay the fee, not in money, in mindset. FEE stands for focus, effort, and execution. Let me break that down for you. Focus is about presence. Can you lock in when the drill is repetitive? Can you give your full attention when no one is watching? When you're tired? When the coach isn't calling your name? Focus isn't just for game time. It's for film study. It's for rehab. It's for the quiet moments where you decide to take one more step toward the person you're becoming. I've seen pros treat a walkthrough like it was the NBA Finals. I've also seen high-level talents treat a workout like it didn't matter. Guess who gets cut first? Then there's effort. Everyone talks about hard work, but most people don't really do it. They give 70%, maybe 80%, just enough to feel like they did something. But if you want something rare, like a pro career or a legacy, or a future built off the discipline you developed through sport, you have to give more. You have to outwork your own excuses. Effort isn't a motivational quote. It's a decision, every single day. But effort without execution is just wasted energy. Execution is what separates the gym rats from the game changers. It's about doing things the right way. Repetition with intention. Studying your craft. Practicing with purpose. I've seen athletes spend hours in the gym but plateau because they were doing the wrong things the wrong way. Execution means being coachable. It means seeking feedback. It means adjusting. That's how you grow. Now, I made a whole video diving deep into mental toughness because that's a topic that deserves its own spotlight. If you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend you check it out after this one. It goes hand in hand with what we're talking about here. Because all the focus, effort, and execution in the world won't matter if you fold under pressure, or if you let the noise in your head dictate your actions. That voice in your head, the one that tells you you're not good enough, that you'll never make it, that you're wasting your time, it's not you. That voice is a collection of every coach who doubted you, every peer who laughed at your dream, every failure you haven't let go of. But here's the good news. You don't have to believe it. You can talk back to it. You can ask it, why do you say that? And more often than not, it won't have a real answer. Because deep down, you know the truth. You know how hard you've worked. You know the obstacles you've overcome. You know the potential inside you. And look, setbacks are part of the journey. I've had them. Every athlete does. I've been cut. I've been benched. I've gone through stretches where I doubted whether I was even good enough to keep playing. But here's the key. Resilience isn't about pretending things don't hurt. It's about choosing to come back, to get better, to rise. I once trained a guy who had a legit shot at the league. His combine numbers were off the charts. But he didn't handle failure well. One bad workout and he spiraled. I've also trained athletes who didn't have eye-popping stats, but they were consistent. They showed up every day. They took feedback. They didn't quit. One of them ended up overseas and now has a solid career. The other started a training business and works with young athletes full-time. Both are successful, just in different ways. Think of Maya Moore, WNBA champion, Olympic gold medalist. She walked away from basketball at the height of her career to fight for criminal justice reform. That's what I mean when I say success isn't limited to the sport. It's about who you become. It's about the impact you make, the habits you build as an athlete. Discipline, focus, grit can launch you into greatness in any field. Or take someone like Jaylen Brown, NBA All-Star, but also deeply involved in social justice and education. Or Pau Gasol, who transitioned into medicine and global health initiatives after retiring. These are people who took the mindset they built in sport and used it to make the world better. That's the goal. Whether you make it to the league, go overseas, start a business, become a coach, or lead a company, use what this game taught you. But here's the part most people miss. You can't do it alone. No one who's ever achieved anything great did it by themselves. You need people, coaches, mentors, teammates, family, friends who believe in you and challenge you. I wouldn't be where I am today without the people who invested in me, who told me the truth, who picked me up when I fell, who kept me grounded when I started to rise. Build your circle, find your tribe, and make sure they're as committed to your vision as you are. So let me ask you again, do you really want to be successful? Not just in the game, but in life? Then pay the fee. Focus, effort, execution. Master the boring stuff. Talk back to the voice in your head. Build your tribe. And never stop becoming the kind of person who deserves the results you're chasing. If you made it this far in the video, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It helps a lot and lets me know this kind of content is valuable to you. And now I want to hear from you. In the comments below, tell me, what's one small thing you will commit to this week to move closer to your goals? I'll be reading and responding, so let's hold each other accountable. Let's build together.